There are many strange happenings, my boy. Many mysteries beyond the power of the human mind to comprehend.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the live stream. I'm glad to be back anyways. Let's go though, guys. Let's have a great day in the stock market today here. I think that we're going to have a lot of opportunities out there, whether we're looking at the banks, whether we're looking at tech stocks. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities. I'm watching a lot of these banks to come up off support. Also watching a lot of key supports on these tech stocks like Nvidia around 450. If we could move under 450 with Nvidia, that would be a perfect break of support. So I'm going to eye up 450 all day long. I'm actually putting an alert in so that I do not miss it. But let's go, guys. Let's have a great morning here. Wow, let's go. All right, here we are. Got the charts all up and everything. Nvidia, big red candle coming in here at the first opening or at the first sound of the bell. Same thing with QQQ, getting that downwards price action. Let's go though. Manny, Fiva, Xbox, Corbin, Jamie, Sean, Veery, Christian, Oscar. Let's go. I appreciate you guys for all the kind words with the baby and everything like that. So I really appreciate you guys on that. It's been a wild ride here the past few days. So, yeah, it's nuts. But I will say this, it definitely teaches you some stuff. And while I was gone, the overall market didn't really do anything, I saw. I go look at the SPY. I go to a 15-minute chart. I look at the past 3 to 4 trading days. What have we done? We just stayed right in this chop zone again. Right between like 454 and 460. We've been stuck here for a little while now. I'm going to really hope that we can break out of here at some point, and I'm hoping that it's sooner rather than later, obviously. Looks like SPY, though, is having a pretty good day, trying to run to the upside, hitting 457.20 up there overhead. It's definitely not the worst level to see. Boeing is continuing. I'll be watching them today for more good price action. They have some, relatively good news with like new Dreamliners. I saw Manny post something up in Discord this morning. Let me see if I can scroll back on that. They're closing in on tie deal for 80 Dreamliners. So sounds kind of interesting there. What's up, Ant? I appreciate you. Oscar, that's funny. Yeah, thank you, Christian, Fiva, Manny, let's go. Airlines looking pretty good. Let's see, LUV. I've been watching Love for a while now, and yeah, Sean, that thing is on fire this morning. Look at that move at market open. Holy crap. Wow, Sean, you were not joking around on that one. LUV, AAL, DAL. Damn, I've been holding shares of Love from the bottom. Remember, guys, a couple weeks ago whenever we were talking about buying LUV down here off support? Well, let's just say that that's gone very well so far. Okay. That play's been on fire. And I know that we also bought some Zoom live on the stream a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago, whenever I was here. Ended up grabbing some Zoom. I know a lot of you guys picked it up. Some Zoom 16th February 2024 70 strike calls. So the 70 strike calls for February 16th, they're doing pretty good right now. Actually really good. Same thing with those Southwest shares, man. Those Southwest shares are up 26% right now. It's pretty damn good. Just for a little dip buy on support. I will say, though, Neo's been making me sad. I need Neo to recover up a little bit. That would be nice for us. If Zoom keeps going, that'd be awesome, too. Watch for Zoom to break 71.40. Nice upper area here. If they break it, I think they could go on another run. They've been on fire lately here. Been on fire. What's up, Rick? Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you guys joining up today, too. I know it's been a little while, so it might take a minute to get back into the groove of things, but let's go. All right, let's get our momentum bots up here. I was going to say Surge bot, but I also am looking at SM bot. I'm looking at all of them. There we go, Zoom. Zoom breaking high of yesterday. Yes, that's exactly what we want to see. That's a great move up above 71.40. Very, very good. I'm really happy to see that. Wow, what a run though, Zoom. I know these growth stocks have been insane. Let's see the watch list here. AQMS, Goog is leading my watch list. Up 5%. What? Google's up 5% this morning? Are you kidding me? What the hell happened? What a move, Google. Was not expecting that. Yeah, it's up 5.4%. What a recovery. Zoom. This has been amazing on the daily chart, guys. The reason why we grab calls when we did on Zoom, remember, Zoom started breaking our key trend line on the daily, started moving up above it, and we're starting to break that 71.50 resistance here now short term. So I'm going to watch this one very, very closely. I think that there could be a few more great green candles in here. I would think at minimum Zoom could come up to 74, but I think it'll actually go higher than that, maybe pushing 80 sometime fairly soon. You know, maybe give it a couple weeks or something, about a month maybe, but I'm really loving that price action on Zoom though. The support's great. The way it's breaking that trend line is awesome. It's confirming off of it. We've had 3 great green days in a row after that confirmation. I know it got wild on Monday, December 4th, but besides that, it's been doing really, really good. Yeah, Nam, Google is really going insane here. I can't believe how much Google is seriously moving this morning. 5%, that is no joke for a big tech stock like them. Let's see, Meta even has a great pop at open. Let's see, they're up 1.3%, right up in the recent resistance. Around 322.50-ish. Right around there, give or take a few cents. But yeah, Zoom was fire last week. Or whenever we fired it off the low, it was nice. Now it's starting to get a little bit more iffy, I guess we'd say. A little bit more. Bear trap on the SPY today. Let's see. Ooh, a bear trap, huh? Yeah, I think a lot of people probably got trapped yesterday around market close. And today, yeah, they're trapping them. I guess it is a bear trap. I really like that GIF Manny posted up sometimes. It says, like, the trap has been set or something. It's so funny. Oh, the trap. Yeah, let me know what you guys are looking at this morning with some momentum, and we will check it out. I will check those out for you here. Meta has a great... Oh my god, guys. AMD has a 20,000 power on the surge bot. Google has a 115,000 power. Whoa. That's a huge power rating on the surge bot. 130,000. That is good. Gemini, real rally or bull trap? Let's see. I'm thinking this is a pretty real rally. I mean, it's not every day Google goes up 5%, right? That's pretty nuts. Let me turn this song down a little bit. There we go. Manny says Gemini. I don't know my symbols, Manny. Sadly. Oh, it's hurting me now. Man, Apple is just so good this morning, running up to 195 almost again. About to break the high of this week. By the way, sorry guys, I'm still slightly sick. Oh, Google AI. I see. That makes sense, Manny. And now I know what you're talking about. When you just said Gemini, I was like, what the? I didn't put 2 and 2 together. What you think of this Palantir head and shoulders? We're just floating under the neckline. Let's see, PLTR. Is it a head and shoulders? Let's see. Yeah, I see what you're saying here. Starting to get down under there. It'd be nice if the stock could fall down towards 16. That would be pretty big. Yeah, I could see Palantir going a little bit lower here. A little lower. It's just dipping back though. Keep that in mind. Let's look at DraftKings. Very similar setups on the daily chart. Yeah, poor Palantir. It's been actually trending pretty well under the neckline. I bet it fills that gap on the daily, though, down to like 15 or something. There's a pretty big gap down there. Walter said, how do you differentiate a dip/pullback or a correction? Well, there's actually real numbers associated with those, Walter. So to have a correction, I believe the market has to fall 10%. Correction, stock market. Let's see how much it is. A market correction is a market decline that's more than 10%. So a 10% drop is considered a correction. So the SPY had a correction this year. Okay, had a correction. Now, I bet your question is probably a little bit more in depth though, right? Because of course there's going to be an exact definition for what a correction is, but I'm assuming that you're kind of asking more of like, as the stock starts to fall a little bit at the top, how do you tell if it's going to be a correction or a pullback, right? Well, you can't, that's the big thing. Everybody acts like they can, but at the end of the day, most people don't, 95% of people lose. So, these people probably are just talking out their ass, if we're being honest. But whenever I look at the SPY here, there's a few things that you can do to maybe make your chances like a little bit better. So like the SPY right now is kind of double topping at this 459, 460 area on the chart. The last time that we hit this area, the SPY had a pullback, or I think technically a correction. Yeah, a correction of 10%, which is a pretty big pullback. 10% drop is no joke. So now we're at that same exact area again. Do we expect a 10% pullback this time? Well, what was going on during this time that made us maybe pull back a little bit, right? Maybe the Federal Reserve, interest rates getting too high, etc., etc. There was a lot going on. Now, going into next year, they're talking about maybe cutting rates a little bit, which would help the market. But I should say this, that, while the market's pricing in cuts to happen in like March, May, June of next year, that might not happen. If the market is resilient and continues to do well, the feds might keep rates higher for longer, or who knows, if inflation data comes in a certain way. But that's the big thing, Walter, is you can use some of those tools and some of those events to your advantage. Like you might say, well, look, they're looking to cut rates, so that means it should be a little bit more bullish. You would think more on the lines of bulls than you would bears whenever you hear rate cuts, right? Now when you hear rate hikes, that generally is more of like a bearish thing to hear. So as we're heading into next year, we got to look at the feds and say, look, there's gonna probably be a pretty good move up at some point next year, right? Now for a few months here, it might get choppy, and that's where we could see another correction or pullback. But it's really impossible to tell if it's going to be like a correction right away at the top. Trust me, I wish it was that easy. If it was, everybody would win. But that SPY though is looking pretty good. I would say like with the SPY here, like if we get a good drop under like 453.50, that would signify a pretty good support break, and I think that we'll be falling down to 450 or even lower, maybe 448. So I'll be watching for those levels to break and then those pullbacks to start to come in. But I'll just use the chart to my advantage too. You know, like the SPY, we're watching this double top here. You know, if you want to try puts here, not a bad idea. You know, the stock market's been sucking lately at this level. So if you wanted to short it here, you just put your stop loss right above, and you know, on the short, you'll try to maybe target like 440, 445, something like that. You know, but you'll get out at like 463, 462 on the chart here. So, you know, the risk reward ratio is pretty fire on SPY right now. Good move back down though. Love to see that. Let's go back to Google. Thing was up 5%, still up 5.55%. That is pretty insane. Welcome back. Nice, SM. I appreciate you guys. Look at Love here. That is a great move. Let's go look at that support. Palantir was up 22. Now it's under 10. Low, baby, you're go. Go, baby, go. I'm hoping it can go. Palantir's a pretty big stock. Charge point moving, set it and forget it. CHPT, guys. Big money plays over the past few days. Charge point looking good off of lows. I like it. Nice, Manny. Let's hope charge point can actually get up a little bit more. Hopefully Neo's big money play can start popping off by June. That would be nice. Yeah, nice. Xbox talking about GTA 6. I'm surprised none of you guys said that. Let's see TTWO here, because it's starting to come down a little bit. Like, we look at the 5-minute chart, definitely dipping a little bit lower. Wow. That's pretty big. TTWO falling off pretty hard. 160 resistance overhead. Damn. Look at TTWO here. Very interesting. Sorry about that, guys. Very interesting chart, though. They've been kind of moving up with some Grand Theft Auto hype, and then now that the trailer came out, they're actually falling off a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer or not, It looks like a really good game, honestly. I think it looks fantastic. But I'll say this, the whole switching up of like the main characters and all that might be a small negative for me. They have a female now as the main character, and it just, Grand Theft Auto's never had that before. So I'm very curious how this game is, and it's gonna be more of like the story is kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde thing from what I hear. You know, it's kind of like well, how would I say this? It's like a girl like with her boyfriend, and you can play as both characters, which is interesting. And they're like running around, like maybe, you know, robbing stuff, running from people, you know, like little adventures, like, you know, Bonnie and Clyde and stuff. It seems kind of cool, right? You know, you never know how these things go, but hopefully that won't hurt sales at all. I would pray. That's my one worry. I'm like, come on, please don't. Hopefully people don't start acting like they are with Disney. You know, they'll be like, I'm not playing that game because they just had to add these people in or something. You know, that's exactly what people did to Disney. I hope they don't do it to that one. I don't think they will, though. I think it'll be fine. Speaking of Disney, it's actually doing pretty good, coming up off 91.20, moving up. I love to see it. Let's go. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to take up so much space on my PS5. Yeah, for real, Ant. I might have to buy a solid state drive just for that one game on my computer. So I don't blame you there. Tesla forming a head and shoulders on the daily. Let's take a look at that. It might be. Let's see. Hey, you know what? That actually is a pretty good head and shoulders pattern on the daily. No lies. Not bad. It is starting to form one. Keep in mind, though, just because it looks like it's forming one doesn't mean that it 100% has to drop, but just want to remind you of that. But yeah, you know, in the short term, not too bad. It kind of looks like one. We just have to be worried, though, or just be a little bit cautious, because it's just so choppy that this could just be chop that we're just misidentifying as a inverse or as a head and shoulders. But hey, Mason's here. Let's go. He said he's late for my day back. What the hell, Mason? You're gonna get put in timeout later on, or detention or something. Stocked up detention. I like it. Sean said Microsoft puts are fired. MSFT puts. Nice. Moving up good this morning, Sean. Right off of resistance, back down. I will say this, it's starting to bounce up off intraday. I've had this support here for a little while. Right around 366.30, 366.40. But it's coming up pretty well. I'll be watching for that support to break for you. I think it looks pretty good. What's Microsoft resistance? Might be good for a put. Yeah, they got pretty big resistance around 370. I mean, that's pretty huge. Of course, it rejected there again. Let's see the daily on Microsoft. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I think this looks pretty good to the downside, guys, for real. It might not break and run down like right now, but overall, it's looking pretty good down, I would say. Hey, thank you, Evernight. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Of course, I appreciate all you guys for being here, man. 55 viewers on my first day back. I was not expecting a good stream today, so seriously, thank you guys for sticking with it. SVFD. Xbox is saying is up. Save Foods. I've never heard of this one. Save Food. What the? This looks like a pump and dump penny stock or something. This is wild. Okay. SVFD, Save Food. What a funny stock. Save Food. I know, Sean. I was keeping up with the chat, actually, and I saw a lot of your jokes about being fired. At first I was like, oh, he's kidding. And then I was reading and I was like, holy shit, he's not kidding at all, is he? He was like, you're like, I got canned, man. Yeah. You did get canned, Sean. Damn. That's crazy. Sean, was that the guy that came to poker night? Remember we got poker night? Your boss came and played? Is that one of them? That must be one or something. That's nuts, man. Thoughts on Netflix to the downside? Let's see. This SVFD is scaring me, so Netflix might be a little better. Yeah. Oh, wow. I actually like this setup. It's looking pretty good over the past couple days. Let's go out further on a 5-minute. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, not bad. I like this. Now, it is sitting right at like 450. But as long as this recent support around 446 breaks, I think Netflix will be awesome for puts. Here's what I'll say, though. Just don't run into them now. I would wait for it to break and then just have some good patience. Once it breaks, fire it. And then ride that momentum down from there. Maybe see if you can get it down to like 440 or something. That would be a nice drop. So I'll definitely be eyeing that up over the next few days. Appreciate you on the message there, though, Mike. Let's go. Good to see you. Walter said GDX is dipping. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Gold and silver, guys, it's been doing amazing, but it's gonna dip, okay? Like, gold does not always go up, you know? So, and actually, gold has been kind of following the market. I'm not saying it's totally followed it, but look at that. It has moderate correlation to SPY. Moderate, right? That doesn't say terrible correlation. It just says moderate. So, I don't know, guys. As far as the market is concerned here, just, you know, remember that gold has been kind of following markets up lately. Like, the SPY's been running up and retesting recent highs, right? So whoever loves gold, they've got to understand that, you know, that it's kind of just simply following the market and also retesting its highs, you know, just like the SPY. It's like, it almost looks like an exact chart of the SPY here, like literally. And that's okay, you know, that's fine. But that's just, I just want to point that out because a lot of people, they really think that gold is, oh, we got to get gold to hedge our fear and all this. I think that used to be the case a little bit more. Now, there's still days where the market gets very fearful and gold does well when the SPY drops. But what we've seen over the past year, I mean, it's very obvious that gold is going up and down with the market in an overall sense. So and the reason I bring this up is because if you're somebody out there and you say, well, I'm bearish on tech stocks right now, cool, be bearish on tech stocks. But then you also kind of need to be bearish on gold because gold's been kind of following that overall market. So, I hope that helps some of you guys with gold and silver over the next couple months, because I know that it's not, you know, the easiest, like the easiest stuff in the world with gold and silver, but gold and silver is definitely fun though, and it will be great for the long term, I think. But one big thing to also keep in mind, if we go to GC, which is gold futures, and we go out to a daily chart, we've got to remember that the gold futures made a new all-time high, but it kind of just retested resistance and fell right back under. So I have it pointed out here on the daily with these red arrows showing that high and how we recently got that nice break above it.
The number you have dialed is not available at present.
What day was that? That was just Monday the 4th, okay, of December. Let's see how SPY did on the 4th of December. Let's see. Yeah, pretty rough. Fell back down in pre-market a ton, and gold that day ripped, right? The 4th? No, it didn't. It actually started tanking that day, so interesting, interesting, interesting. Not even a day like that where the SPY is a huge tumble. It, you know, gold still couldn't go up then. It kind of weird. Definitely following the market though lately. It's not like a 1-to-1 correlation, but GDX dropping. All right, Palantir, how you doing? Let's see, PLTR. Wow, nice. Very choppy short terms. The daily looks a lot better on Palantir, but it's sitting at support around 17. I would think if 17 breaks, we could see it retest 15 over the next couple weeks, which will definitely be put opportunities then. Definitely would be. Thoughts on Netflix to the downside? NFLX, really? Yeah, it's been looking pretty good down on the daily. I like that red candle yesterday. That was pretty good for the Bears. I would say if we get back under 448, you could probably buy some puts today. But that's, like I said, if we get under 448, that is. Baba, what's up? Yeah, let's see it. Not looking too bad today. Just not really doing anything on the daily chart. Wow, it's been falling off a lot. Been moving under key support. Look, we've had this support marked for a little while. Huge support at 77 to 80, and yeah, we're well under that point now. Well under there. Baba's a tough stock. Very tough. You know, Baba's movement lately is exactly why I don't buy the freaking China stocks. Right here is why I don't buy these piece of craps. But, you know, I don't blame you guys if you want to dip buy them or buy them off lows or something. But I always say this. With how good American stocks are, or just not even American stocks, like let's say like Nestle or something, or, you know, with how good these stocks are, I have zero reason to put money into these and risk it on these China stocks. Now, I get it. Baba can have a good move and maybe come back quite a bit. Sure. Fine. But I don't want to risk my money with China with that. I feel a lot better with like something like Apple or Microsoft or Amazon or something along those lines over something like Baba, which is controlled by communists. Literally. So, I don't know. That's my thoughts with those, but I will say this, though. As Baba falls here, if you're somebody who's been wanting to own Baba long-term, now's probably the time to buy. You know, like starting to add shares here around 70, adding more shares around 65, maybe more at 60, more at 55 if it keeps going. You know, get a good cost, get a good averaging in strategy going on that. And then I think that'll help a lot with buying Baba off the lows. But like I said, I wouldn't do that. But if you like the China stocks, why not? Moody downgrades on Baba and a couple others. Uh-oh. Palantir took the neckline out. Let's see. Yeah, still really, really choppy here. That hourly. Yeah, it did take the neckline out. You're right. Shoulder line, neckline, both out. And it's sitting like right on support too. This 17 support will be pretty important to me with Palantir. Very important. Manny said asking, LOL. Oh, I see. It did take it out on a, like an hourly chart, because here I'll draw the neckline like in blue. So it definitely took out the neckline. We're kind of getting to that point now of like falling down like the arms, I would say. Like, if we have a head and shoulders, you know, we have the head, got the shoulders, and then, like, the arms, right? Extend down however far. And that's kind of like what I'm watching right now is those arms that are, like, extending down. Let me get on Twitter really fast. There was some announcement I was waiting for with the St. Louis Cardinals. See right here. They said that there would be an announcement at 7 a.m. Pacific time or 9 a.m. Central, and they lied. Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern. They lied, man. Yeah, these guys lied, I think. But I wanted to see the news on come on, Biello. I think it's Bilello, actually. There he is. Where is Charlie? There he is. I can't believe that wasn't popping up for me. Income needed to afford typical home hits new high in 2023. Wow. That's pretty insane there. That is pretty nuts. That's pretty crazy, actually, now that I see it. For real. Big support, though, around 17 on Palantir. 5-minute chart. Coming back up with SPY here a little bit today. Dipped down at open, but it's coming back very well. Boeing doing nothing. How's Google again? We got to check in on our friends over at Goog. All right, only up 5% now instead of 5.5. Charge point, resistance. Let's see, CHPT. Go to the daily here. Uh-oh. Yeah, the daily's pretty rough, guys. I mean, this stock's gonna be pretty stupid. I like this resistance right around like 225 to 240. Give it like 20 cents right there because of how much it fell. But what a drop for charge point. I'll say this, if it recovers off of this low, whoever buys it down here is going to be happy as hell. I don't know if charge point could recover though. It's just a crazy play. Palantir making me mad. How do I approach this? Yeah, I just make that support break. Enter in as it breaks, and bam. Run those puts down. Because for now, that's 17 support. It could hold. It seems like it's going to try to hold up there. AMD and PayPal. I really like PayPal. AMD is pretty good intraday. Bouncing off 121, which is decent support. I circle that last hit on the chart on the left in pre-market today. Hit right there, and bam. Again today, doing good. Pretty decent area, though, at 121. I would be bullish until 121 breaks, that's for sure. Nvidia also coming up off of low. I like that. Let's go see PayPal, though. PayPal doesn't look the best. On the daily, it's okay. Like, I would say this, if you guys want to buy PayPal shares, I would definitely buy PayPal shares right now and just hold them. Like, no joke. I think you guys would come back to me in 2 months and be like, Tom, that was one of the best things I've done, was just buying PayPal and holding it. I think if you did that with shares, you would be very, very happy in a few months. But do you see SLV going back up by the end of the month? I mean, I could see that, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. SLV's been dipping pretty low. Back down to the midpoint of its recent range. Gold has been holding up higher. Silver's been a lot more volatile. I would say I could see it going back up by the end of this month, December. Yeah, I mean, I could see it up from here. Do I think it's going to go all the way back to 23? Probably not. I would probably expect maybe something like 2260, 2250, and then rejection back down again. We'll have to see how the overall market does with silver, because it's been a pretty tough go with them. Weak correlation to SPY, but then GLD has moderate correlation to SPY, so pretty weird there. But let's go back to silver's chart. I want to look at it one more time, make sure I got the right looks on it. Yeah, I mean, midpoint of the range, still on an overall uptrend. Yeah, I think it's great. Just by the end of this month is kind of where, you know, that makes it a harder question, right? When you start adding an end of this month. But like, the overall trend is actually still fairly good to the upside. Let's see if we can draw this out here. Guess I'm not going to be able to, but let's see if we can get a parallel channel going here. Yeah, I mean, not bad, really. The parallel channel's fairly good up here on silver. It did fall under momentarily right here, and it really looked like it was going to sell off, actually. Now that I look at it, it kind of looked like Tesla stock.
Many mysteries beyond the power of the human mind to comprehend.
Stupid Nvidia bounced. I know, right? I was really hoping 450 would break here today or tomorrow, but I'll just keep it on watch and see what happens. Oh my gosh. This picture in Discord, it's pretty funny that Artie put in there. In discussion. I really do appreciate you guys joining up today, though. Look at Nvidia, though. That intraday move coming back is pretty good. Pretty good back up. No lies on that. Now, guys, gotta grab a quick drink. Okay. Good morning, Tom. Congrats on the baby. What do you think about Starbucks? I think Starbucks will actually be pretty good to buy on the dip. I'm pretty surprised that they fell down this far. Now, what's pretty sick is that Starbucks pretty much just like filled the gap. So I think buying under $100 a share is a great idea for the long term. So as long as you're going to average into Starbucks, I think you're fine. But like I said, you got to average in on this one. I don't necessarily just like it for like calls today or calls this week or anything. But if you can average into like longer term shares of this one as it drops, that would be amazing. Seriously, I think you would love it in about a year if you could just, you know, be really, really patient with it. But short term, if we had to really talk about it, it just filled the gap and it's starting to kind of come back up a little bit. So I am going to be a little bit bullish in the short term, hoping that this stock recovers up off of these lows. Maybe we could see it test $100 again. A move back up to there would be great. So short term, that's what I'm looking at, is a move back to like 100. From then, we could just reevaluate, because it might bounce off 100 and start falling lower. Maybe, you know, they report good pumpkin spice numbers and then it flies right through. We'll reevaluate it as it gets there, but what do I think of the GTA 6 trailer? Yeah, Norcon, we actually talked about that earlier. I think it's awesome. You know, the trailer looks pretty good. It looks fun. Now, it is out in 2025, and they keep pushing it back on us, but keep in mind, guys, that with this game, they probably don't want it to just be like a reskin of GTA 4, right? Because that could be an easy, or GTA 5, I mean, like that could be an easy thing to do. You know, they could just act like Call of Duty and just, you know, just put new skins on the models and then just call it that. But no, they're actually doing a little bit more, and I really appreciate Take-Two Interactive's attention to detail as far as games like that go. They're no bullshit. But I thought it was interesting, Norcon. I don't know what to make of it with the female character being the main character. I hope that Grand Theft Auto doesn't get in trouble for that. Kind of like how Disney gets in trouble for weird things lately. You know, people might bring up the fact like, hey, you know, they might be like, hey, it looks, or something like along those lines. It just looks weird, or like, you know, it might feel a little wrong or something. But it should be fun, like Bonnie and Clyde type things. You can play as both characters. Should be pretty good. Man, PayPal falling under. Yeah, they're doing pretty bad in the short term, but I'll tell you what, with PayPal, they've been recovering up pretty well. They'll probably fall off a little bit, but I think that they'll be pretty bullish overall the next few months. I know, right, Mike? I'm gonna have to buy a brand new computer just to play that game. Maybe that'll be what I do, Mike. You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. I bet in 2 years my computer will start to feel a little outdated, so maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just, once that game comes out, I'll buy a new PC. Or build a new one, you know, whatever. Justin's finding it hard to find a good setup. I know, right, Justin? Today there was a few good ones, but they've all ran away. Look at QQQ breaking its high of day, or right there. Like, eye this up, possibly. Spy's coming back and breaking its high of day. Running up 457.66. Look at the watch list. LUV is up 5% on the watch list, guys. Leading the way. Southwest Airlines. Like, that is just fantastic here. What the hell's happening? Sorry about that, guys. Had to get something real quick. But yeah, AMD is up 4.7%. What a move today by them. There's a lot of great moves out of these airlines, guys. And man, buying up the airlines off of recent lows has been nothing but amazing. Literally, it's been awesome. Keep it up, Southwest. Keep it going. Fantastic movement. You know what hasn't been, though? You know, a lot of trades lately have done amazing. Seriously, a lot of the trades that I've been taking with like Zoom and Southwest and even Penn, PLNH, like there's quite a bit out there that have been doing amazing. But the one that's made me a little sad is Neo. Neo's just kind of stuck in the mud. Now, the big money play on Neo has tons of time. It goes out to June. So I'm not really that worried about it right now, but it just, you know, that time decay is starting to get it a little bit. I'm getting to the point of kind of being like, hey, You know, this is taking a long time, but that's why the big money has a lot of time. You know, it's going to take a while. And I would assume that Neo, this is a pretty big support. I would hope that they could bounce off it at least a little bit. But we'll be holding it and seeing how it goes into next year. This is the song when I start dancing, for real. Xbox says, I haven't looked forward to a game this much in a while. Cold War and Vanguard, not bad for the anticipation, but this one, damn. I know, right, Xbox? I love it. I love it. I love getting hyped for games like that, man. It's so fun, and then when you play them, you feel like a little kid again, you know? You feel like a kid. Too late to get into airline stocks. You know, Rick, everybody always wants to get in after the fact. How come nobody gets in low, like whenever we actually enter the play, right? I mean, I would definitely not get it now. Like, there's no way. Do I still think that it could go up? Yeah, but I mean, like, realistically, we should have just been buying down here, right? You know? So I would say not now, but it's probably going to hit resistance soon from 30 to 32 and then start to slow up. I would think some slowness could come in. Once we get a decent pullback coming in now, then I think you could start to add some shares. But yeah, everybody always wants to buy after it already went up 40%. Sadly. Gotta grab those shares low, man. That's how you win. Yeah, all good, Rick. All good. I didn't mean to single you out there. Trust me. I just mean in general. Everybody thinks that way. But I do like Love, though, here. Looking great. AAL's looking pretty good. One thing that I've really been looking at, Rick, is Boeing a lot. I've been watching it head up into this big resistance. If it starts to hit resistance and fall back, as it pulls back, I'll start to look to grab some Boeing on the pullback. So that's one thing I'm watching here short term, if you want to check that out. Let's go, man, he said. I know, right? Let's go. Is right. Whenever I look at Love, all I can do is say, let's go. Thing's been on fire, but what a pretty good first day back. You know, there's been a lot of action in the market. I'm not saying that there's been a plethora of setups or anything, but it's been pretty good out there as far as movement goes. A lot of these stocks up like 5% like we're talking about. Even Meta is having a pretty good recovery day today. Hitting 324, 325. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. CCL plus 1 or 2%. I guess those are kind of following the airlines up. As we all know, they kind of follow each other. How's Disney today? Are they recovering? Whoa, Disney having a day. Look at that. Back up to $93 a share. All right, Disney, I see you. I'll take that any day. The more you want to do that, Disney, the happier I'll become. Trying to figure out how do I get my favorites up here. Control F? Oh no, that's the search. Come on, TradingView. Got to get these hotkeys more worked out. I wish that they had it where you could custom make hotkeys on here. That's the one thing that I am not a big fan of. I would like to custom make the hotkeys. Is there any stock that'll make 10 to 20% for tomorrow? Actually, I would almost bet that you could make 10 or 20% on something by tomorrow on just about any stock, for real, if you're using options, as long as the stock has decent options. There's probably a plethora. It just depends which strike you pick, right? Which strike and expiration. Watch NVIDIA to break its high. If it breaks 462.50 here in the short term, that could be a pretty good entry for a breakout play with NVIDIA. It's been pulling back a little bit on the daily, but today has been a great recovery day. So if it breaks that, could be a pretty good possible momentum play up. Now, as far as plays heading into tomorrow, you know, we've been watching PayPal a little bit. Zoom has been one that I've been really watching, guys. Zoom, I think, could be amazing. But the thing is, like, you know, Basim is like, you say, is there any stock that'll make that money for tomorrow? You gotta start getting that entry. Like, if you're gonna capitalize on the Zoom move, we need to enter here. You know, we gotta catch an entry. I entered this a few days ago, and it's been on fire ever since we entered it. But, you know, we're getting a nice move up on the daily. It's breaking out above a key trend line where we've seen tons of rejections, tons of bounces back down. And now, today, we're getting that huge, you know, break up through resistance. So, as I'm watching Zoom for the next couple days, I'm going to be pretty bullish. For real. Next, like, 2 to 3 days, definitely bullish on Zoom. If you don't make 20% on this stock and you just hold calls for 2 days, that would be pretty wild, I think. I would think that it could get there. As long as you're holding the right options, you know, don't get anything too far in the money. Don't go too far out of the money, but just, you know, maybe go with like some 72 strike calls, 73 strike calls, maybe if you really wanted to risk it, but I'd probably stick with 72s that expire like next week. Maybe in a couple weeks so you can hold it for a little bit. Let me see when the ones I bought. I bought the 70 strike calls, which are now in the money quite a bit. And they are for the 16th of February. They're currently up 42%, so pretty damn good there. I know a few of you guys bought those same exact calls. If you did, let me know in the chat. I know there were quite a few people that we're doing pretty fire with it. And there goes Zoom again. Yes, sir, Zoom. Good job, Zoom. I love to see that. That's a great breakout there. Breaking its high of yesterday. Hopefully it goes up more, but... what a move, though. What a move. Is CYN real stock? Yeah, definitely. It looks like it is. Sing Inc. I don't know what this is, but it's definitely weird. They had an 11-10 split. What the? This is a weird stock. Very weird. Whoa, somebody said Lucid Motors is flying, guys. Lucid actually looks pretty awesome on the chart here. Wow, this looks pretty bullish to me on Lucid on the daily. I really like that. Yeah, look at Zoom starting to get to that high. Barely broke it. It needs to go higher, but looking fairly good for now. Congrats and welcome home. Appreciate you, Sony. Let's go. You bearish on oil stocks in general. You know what? On oil stocks right now, I'm actually conflicted. I'm actually conflicted in the short term. I would think that oil stays semi-high or goes higher in price, but I've been proven wrong by that. It keeps falling lower. I thought that it would start to hit on like the 75 support or 80, but it didn't hold there, and now it fell lower, so I'm very conflicted on oil right now. There's a big support down around 65. I mean, I'm gonna definitely keep that area on watch. Maybe it'll double bottom right there, but I would say I'm overall more bullish on oil than I'm bearish right now. I'll be real with you guys though. I have not been following oil like I used to. I used to really keep up with OPEC and different situations like that with oil, but we found that it kind of bores a lot of traders, so we haven't talked about a lot of like OPEC stuff or like, you know, production cuts with oil and those types of things in a long time. So, but ZOM, Oxy, everything like that's just down like right around, you know, these recent supports. But like whenever you zoom out, it would actually kind of suggest that I could see some selling pressure, but you have got to zoom out pretty far to see that. Yeah, I am conflicted on this sector though. I definitely don't look at this and I see just bullishness like I do with Zoom, right? Like Zoom is looking amazing. Like love to see it. Great price action, great movement. There's a lot of reasons for it to go up. It's oversold. It should be valued at a higher level. It's breaking trend lines and resistances, which is huge, 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 huge that trend line broke. I mean, fucking huge, guys. That is one of the best setups. That's why we entered those calls last week when we did. And, you know, congrats to everyone who entered those because they are doing fucking amazing right now. Like, amazing, amazing. So, good job to whoever entered that and had the discipline to hold. I bet a few people got shook out on Monday, but, you know, you got to be able to hold these things whenever you're pretty confident. There might always be that one shitty day mixed in that, you know, scares everyone out, but you gotta trust those setups and patterns. And, you know, get this, like, even if you lose, you shouldn't be risking too much anyways, right? So you shouldn't be over leveraging or going in too deep into these plays. So even if you do lose, it should just be kind of like you just shrug it off, you brush it off your shoulder, you know, nothing bad. But I understand a lot of people like to put like half their account into each play and stuff, and if you did that, then yeah, you'd have some problems. But if you're putting like 2% of your account into each play, well then you're gonna be a-okay and just be perfectly fine. You just cannot over leverage like that. I love it, Manny. Yes, tell him. Yeah, do not over leverage. That's what kills so many traders in the beginning. Trust me, I've had it happen to me tons of times where I had to learn some bad lessons. Some very shitty lessons. And trust me, I didn't want to learn them either. You know, nobody does, I don't think, but yeah, you just can't go in too deep. Coin's flying again. Let's see. COIN. Justin, let's go. Coin, I cannot believe how resilient Coin has been. Now, I'll say this. While I was gone, guys, I noticed that Bitcoin was exploding. I almost missed this. With how high it was moving up. I was at the hospital. I'm not a big Bitcoin person, but I saw it. And guys, I have something funny that kind of sucks. You guys are going to think that this is terrible. I know it. I know what you guys are going to think. At the hospital with my baby girl, she was born, and the morning after she was born, I had turned on CNBC on the TV. One of the first, I would say like one of the first 10 people that my baby girl has ever seen, one of them included was Jim Cramer, guys. Jim Cramer. Seriously. He was on the TV on Squawk Street or something like that, talking about some bullshit. Honestly, I didn't even listen to what he had to say. I just had it on the TV so I could look at the stock prices moving on the bottom. That was the only reason. But it was hilarious. I was like, oh no, not Cramer. Now she's gonna screw up all of her investments for the rest of her life because she had to hear that. A&D really is going. Wow, that is one hell of a run there. Let's see Google here. Still doing great. Joe, what's up, Joe? Running late today. No problem, Joe. No problem. I know, right, Manny? It was upsetting when I saw that. I was like, no, not that. Did I miss anything? Nothing too crazy, Joe, just besides the price action that we've been seeing in the market. Like SPY's been moving back up. QQQ's coming back up. We have Google exploding 5% today. That's one big thing you missed. The airlines are on fire, like Love, AAL, DAL. All of them doing amazing today. The banks like Citigroup look awesome, like $C. Up 0.96%. That is just beautiful right there. How's the newborn baby? Doing good. Doing good, Joe. Hang on one sec. I just want to check for some, Oh, hang on. I was going to copy this and send it to my sister real quick. She's a real estate person, so I was like, huh. Oh, I already did send it. Never mind. I did send it already. But as far as news today, I haven't seen too much, honestly. This morning, anyways. Nothing big on the economic data side of things. We did have initial jobless claims. You know, that might have moved the market a little bit today, but it came in right around expectations, so nothing too crazy. Look at those banks again. Citigroup pointing back to the upside. Loving it. Loving to see that. AI looks kind of rough today. Boeing, also very rough. Choppy. When I say rough, I mean choppy generally. Disney was a pretty good stock today, I'll say that. Still doing very well, too. 93.30 to the upside, finally. Disney recovering up a little bit. Woo. Good for them. Oh my gosh, Joe. For my baby, Joe, thank you so much. That is, Joe, that's so nice of you, man. I really appreciate you, man. Seriously, I wish I had some awesome thing here. I'll give you the all right.
All right.
Wow, man. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. That is actually awesome. Wow. You're gonna make me cry, Joe. That's crazy. I appreciate that. We'll get her something nice with it, Joe, I promise. Promise there. Hold on one sec. Cool. All good. Hang on one second. There we go. There we go. Okay. $20 worth of shares. I know, right? Maybe I should buy some shares for the long term. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely gets like some bottles or something like that. There's a few things that we need. I'll tell you guys, it's been a wild ride the past few days. You know, let's talk about it a little bit. You know, we're getting here to, it's about 9:40, so Sean said not to be used on McRibs. I know, right? No McRibs and no beer. But whenever I'm sitting here, you know, I just feel so blessed, guys, because it was wild, you know. So she tried to do the delivery, and she went through labor naturally without any drugs or any pain medications for 18 hours. And then, of course, you know, it became too much, and then she had to switch over, get the epidural, which is like they give you a shot in the back, and it pretty much takes the pain away. You have essentially like an IV going into your spinal cord. So they have all of that going on, and it took the pain away, and then from there on, everything was awesome. You know, it took like 2 hours, 3 hours maybe from there, and then we finally had the baby coming. So yeah, she tried to go old school, Manny. She tried. My sister, I have a sister who has had 3 babies with natural births. So, you know, she was talking to her and kind of wanted to for that reason and etc. But I'll be real with you guys. You know, something like that coming out of me, I would probably want the drugs. So I can say this, I would definitely want the drugs. 100%. I don't know how the hell she did that for 18 hours like that. And it was rough, guys. Trust me. It was like, it was not a good time. It was not just like, oh, she's hurting, you know. It was like, holy shit, she's like crying and stuff, you know. It was nuts, though. I watched the whole thing happen, too. You know, the whole entire process I watched, so it was kind of wild. Lefty says, you probably need more sleep than anything. I'll be real with you, Lefty. You are 100% right. I need quite a bit of sleep right now, man. Quite a bit. Not having a good time right now, that's for sure. I actually really do feel very, very tired, Lefty. We got some sleep last night, but it might have only been like 2 to 3 hours. Something like that. I might have gotten a little bit more than her. I think she might have helped me a little bit, but wow. Speaking of that McRib, Sean, I might have to get one of those today. Welcome to the Daddy Club, right? Right? All right, QQQ, how are we looking here? Oh, your McDonald's ran out of buns. That sucks, Rick. How does that happen? That would piss me off. Lefty said it'll be rough for the first couple months. Oh, wow. Yeah, I hope it gets better sooner rather than later, but it's not too bad, at least, Lefty. It's not too bad. I really just can't wait for her to become like a year old or something, you know. Get to have some fun. All right, Citigroup looking great right there. Great recovery there. LUV, nothing, not really doing much. Charge points now up 8%. Wow. Running back towards the high of day. AMD's at 6% with their little breakout of 123. Nice, hitting 124 now. The chip stocks are doing fantastic today. AMD, Nvidia, Google. How's Microsoft? They're not too good, but what about MU? Okay, still close to support, but not the best. Yeah, Mason, somebody's getting in trouble for that, man. Someone's getting in trouble. They definitely misordered the buns, you're right. Whoever runs that franchise right there is gonna get fired. Like whoever's in charge of ordering supplies and stuff. It gets better as the months go by. Yeah, I hope so. Oh, Rick told him Tom's not gonna be happy about this. Yeah, I'm gonna get their stock shorted now. I'm gonna have to make some calls to some people at JP Morgan. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I don't know anybody at JP Morgan. Nice though, McDonald's. It's an okay stock. You know, how's S-Bucks? I've been looking at Starbucks for a while. They're dipping down. I'm watching them on this dip. I almost want to dip buy them, but when you zoom out on the daily, they're pretty dang high. But this is a good stock to pretty much just dip buy every time, for real. Like, it's just a very consistent stock. It's going to go up nice and slow and, you know, hopefully do well. How is Chewy? CHWI? Wow, what a recovery day today by them. That 1 minute chart looks kind of wild right now. Oscar said he went looking all over for McRibs. No one had them. They used the McRib finder. No one in New Jersey sells them. Uh-oh, Oscar, that sucks. It must not be a big thing there. That's weird. I would have thought it would have been fine, but maybe they don't like barbecue out there as much as here or something. I am in Missouri, so, you know, we've been known for our country. We'll just say that. You know, we got the country going on. But seriously, though, it's pretty country out here. I feel bad for you, though, Oscar. I'd be pissed if I didn't have those here. I'd be pissed. Boeing, nice move intraday. I bet if it breaks intraday resistance like 237.20, thinking we could see a nice move back. Boeing's been so hot lately. We just need a nice recovery day today back up, and hopefully we can break this high from back in August. That would be huge if Boeing could get above there. It would be amazing. I feel you, Oscar. I'd be really pissed. Yeah, you're right. They are. McDonald's is opening up Starbucks-like franchises now called Cosmics. Cosmics. Let's look that up. McDonald's Cosmic. Oh, they're opening it this week? Wow. Where are they opening them at? I want to see. Whoa. Bolingbrook, Illinois. Guys, that is close to town. Let's see. Bolingbrook, Illinois. Let's see. Let me see on the maps how far away that is. Oh, it's 4 hours. Damn it. That's all the way in Chicago. Damn it. I thought maybe it would be kind of in the middle of Illinois or something weird, but nope. Literally by Chicago. That sucks. Ah. Rick, that would actually make me pretty sad. I would be pretty upset. Don't have the buns. If I go to McDonald's today by me and they don't have the buns, I'm gonna be pissed. Really, I'll be a little angry. No joke. I'm gonna get one in a couple hours. What do I think of the SPY daily chart, Joe asked? For sure, Joe. So I'm looking at the SPY daily right now, and it's kind of like Boeing. You know, we had our recent high back in July, and the chart is sitting right on there right now, and this is big resistance, okay? It's going to be tough for SPY to break this, but if SPY can break 460, I think that we'll see pretty good moves up, unless there's some type of crazy ass fake out or something stupid like that, which there could be. But I'll be watching for that 460 area to break. If it breaks, you can probably put a stop loss like 455 or even closer, maybe like 458. Somewhere though where it probably won't, you know, you don't want it to be too close, but I would use that resistance at 460 to your advantage. You know, maybe try to play a break out there. You could try puts there, but that's going to be huge on that resistance. Now, if we break there, then I think we could head up to 475 and probably new all-time highs, but it's got to break the high of this year first, and it's going to be tough to do that. And I want to show you guys a couple candles here that really worry me, because, you know, if we go back to the last time that resistance got hit, look at how there was like this big red candle that I'm circling in blue. There was a huge red candle right here. And that red candle was kind of like the top. It's the day that we kind of signified that move back down and that reversal coming in. Now, where we are now, we're seeing a very similar thing. It's not exactly the same, but right here, we're seeing another one of those big red candles as we're starting to see the, you know, sentiment start to shift. So it's going to be a tough one here. I'm kind of conflicted on which way the market will run because a lot of people are stuck. You know, they think the Federal Reserve still might raise rates. And then there's a lot of people out there that are like, we need to be bulls because they're going to cut. But, you know, keep in mind the Federal Reserve is just going back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Right now, they're like right in the middles. They're just like, yeah, we should probably cut next year, but it's going to depend on inflation, and sure, we might cut, but at the same time, we also understand that keeping rates higher for longer might be good, actually, and, you know, they're going to keep saying that shit. Stuff like that, but that double top is huge there, Joe. Hey, nice, I appreciate it. I would have still got one without the bun. Sean, that's gross. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually, I bet it would be just fine. But... Alright, guys. Well, hey, we got to end the live stream here. I really appreciate you all joining up today and sticking with us. Got to go get a couple things done here today. I actually got to run to the store really fast as well, but I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining up. Of course, I'll be in the Discord. If you guys want to talk, join up in the Discord channel. I'm going to go ahead and send an invite link here into the chat. If you guys are not in there yet, join up and get in. We can talk stocks all day long in here, but have a great, great rest of your day, guys. I'll talk to you later. Like Manny says, rest up. I will definitely try, man. Thank you. And hey, thanks, Joe. I appreciate you today. That is awesome. Let's go. That's sick. Would have thrown it on a hot dog bun. Actually, that might would be pretty good. Ha, Walter, that's pretty good. Why you gotta run? Your car not working? That's hilarious, man. I've got so many friends who say that crap to me like that all the time. You actually remind me of Dan, actually. That's hilarious. Smash the like, man, he said. Nice. Yeah, smash it up, guys. Manny said I was the only one that hit it. What, Manny? There's like 20 likes at least, thank God. At least there's 20. I'll take it. It probably just isn't showing up for you, though. It's done that to me before, too. But have a great day, Evernight. See you guys. See you guys later. Watch that SPY resistance today. Watch it close. Talk to you later.